Everything's locking in for Steiny. I got Chris Paul. Boy, I wonder who is going to start tonight. Not that it really matters. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. It's time to get on with it. I said, Goo, what are you feeling today? And he said, Jordan Poole appreciation.
Seriously.
Okay. It might be a one-man show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding.
No, you've always given him his propers. You said, Steiny, tell me if I'm wrong, verbatim, the Niners, the Warriors don't win the 2022 NBA championship without Jordan Poole.
I don't think there's anybody out there that doesn't believe that.
Yeah, but he'll never be that. And I could be wrong. I'll always root for him, Steiny, because he turned in Stacey Adams, the dress shoes slipping and falling. But that was I never used that one. But that was a byproduct of the punch. And the sad part is he never has recovered. I don't know if he will. But, Steiny, I understand how I felt watching what I thought was the heir apparent to Steph Curry. Not that he was Steph Curry, but a guy that could manipulate the zebras, a guy that could go to the free throw line, make them, a guy that would stay all day at the lab, a guy that got sent down to Santa Cruz, came back, and when Curry went out, him and Clay held it down. You need 30? I give you 34. You need 31? I give you 35. You know, we took that for granted, man, and now, again, if I got hit by my teammate and it went plastered all over the world, Steiny, I don't know if I would ever be the same, but I am rooting for him, and he's coming off a game off the bench where he scored over 30 points. So, you know, I'd like to see him get some buckets tonight. Where's Wiggins?
Personal reasons.
Oh, man. That makes me nosy because I want to know.
Well,
I'm being the rat on the table, brought to you by ADCO.
We could try to put some crazy dots together a little later, but I'm not really sure about some stuff.
Elvis Choku on the First NorCal Credit Union chat. Elvis Noku says, Goo overrating Poole. No, I'm rating his contributions.
Nobody overrated him about his 2022 year.
All right. And that was the best Jordan Poole was here.
The bottom line is, and I mean, 888-957-9570, whether you like Poole or you don't like him, I think we can all agree the Warriors do not win the title in 2022 without him.
That's just real.
Did he go downhill? Yes. Did he get punched? Yes. Is he less effective now than he was? Yes. They don't win the title 2 years ago without him. Come at me. And Goo.
No, I don't.
But you won't.
Yeah, if you're reasonable,
anybody. That's right. Anybody who's a reasonable basketball fan knows that Jordan Poole was instrumental in the Golden State Warriors winning their fourth title. Let's go to FedEx Mike in San Francisco.
Okay. Eddie.
Hey, FedEx Mike, what's up?
Well, Shasky's wrong. It's not.
Oh no! What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
It's LaRocca's and it's Irish Pat Lawler. And that's all we got to say.
Okay. I was wrong, FedEx. I said LaRocca. Shasky corrected me and said it's LaRocca. So yeah. But did you know this?
I didn't hear you say but good place to be. Sometimes you'll see Irish Pat Lawler in there.
Like last night.
A lot of good stories in that place. And like last night, did he have on his Irish hat?
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah,
I was ready to knock it off his head if he didn't clean up his act, but he hung in there. Hey, thanks, FedEx Mike. Appreciate it. By the way, here's the other thing. Those that know Irish Pat Lawler, they kid him because he's half Italian. His mother's Italian.
Come on, man.
His mother's Italian. His dad was Irish. So they took his dad's Irish name, Lawler, and so they call him.
Did that come up last night?
The bartender who knew him really well, and I think's a big, like kind of an old time San Francisco guy that everybody knows. He told me the story about. He said he's not. Well, they were using some salty language, but he basically said, "Patty, you ain't Irish. You're Italian.
Man,
you're half Italian."
So the most famous boxer to come out of San Francisco, because I care about this stuff. I know on 98th Avenue, Oakland has a boxing gym. I don't know where that one or if there's one here in the city, but if I were to ask you who's the most famous boxer to come out of Oakland, obviously, to me, it's Andre Ward.
Right.
Shout out to the God. But it's got to be Irish Pat Lawler from the city.
I think so.
That's incredible.
I think so. Unless I'm missing
Shaskia, let
somebody.
us know if he's still listening. No, it's Irish Pat Lawler.
I would think so. Yeah, I think he's 61 now. Somebody's asking how old he is. I think he's 61. Still looks good.
No, I saw.
He still looks good. He does look good.
So when I looked at my text, I need readers. I'm still in denial. Yeah. I go, Lawler. I thought it was the old Clipper announcer.
Ralph Lawler,
who had the first one to 100.
Lawler's Law. First one to 100.
I said, what happened to him?
I'll tell you what, he'd be a fun guy to get on because now it's about 125. Jeez. First team to 125. Yeah, Ralph Lawler, longtime voice of the Clippers, used to say Lawler's
41 years.
First team to 100 wins most of the time.
That's incredible. Not anymore, Pat.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm out.
Well, not anymore with everybody blowing 12, 14-point leads. I wonder what kind of crowd they'll have in Washington. I bet there's more Warrior fans than Wizards fans tonight.
Steiny, they've won 9 games.
None in 11.
They got too much talent. 9
They have
games.
no talent. Come on, Goo.
They've only won 3 of those games at home, by the way.
Dude, what?
I think they're, what hurt them is
what?
They had Gaffigan at center. He was good center. He was funny. He was on the.
What does that got to do with basketball? He's funny. Okay.
Well, dude, he does stand-up comedy and plays center.
Well, that's the problem.
Gaffigan.
Leave that alone and work on your game. They're missing Bradley Beal.
Well, that's
that was a joke. They couldn't get in the playoffs with him. Dude, can you? They're 9-40.
What are the Pistons? Pistons are coming.
They got robbed last night. Kind of pissed me off.
The rest, I guess, I didn't see you.
DiVincenzo dived into
what's new. Let me guess. He dove.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Hey, no, you know what? It's funny. Nobody's saying the Warriors could use DiVincenzo, but they could use a DiVincenzo.
They got one.
Who?
Gary Payton II. When he's available, reminds me of him.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Not as fluid, but yeah.
No. So this is the kind of call that scares me. We're going to get to a couple calls. We got to wait till the other side. But,
oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Give me a hint. Who is
There's a Paul in Oakland who's saying it's just the title is most famous boxer in SF. That tells me that he's got another name on his mind.
But we can't think of it.
Well, I mean, if he may come at us and say, you realize that Joe Frazier was born or something like that.
That's Philly. Yeah.
That's what, we talked a lot about Joe Frazier last night because these guys knew him and had done some training with him. And
Ali needed money, and Joe Frazier loaned him money.
Joe Frazier's
in the back of a limo, and then Ali went back talking mess about him. It hurt Joe.
Yeah. All right. 888-957-9570 is the number. Matt Steinmetz, Darryl, the Guru Johnson. Warriors start a 4-game road trip. Washington. Then we got New York, Toronto, and then the Boston Celtics. Got to keep the momentum going. I know Warrior fans would love 3 out of 4, but I think 2 out of 4 keeps them in the ball game. Then you come home against Milwaukee, but we're not looking that far down the road.